So tonight, as you guys saw in the email, a very special treat. We're going to have Battle of the Dons. We're going to welcome Wonjong Kim 5 Don. Claps for himself. I love it. Right? Him and I are going to play a game. Here's really what we're going to do. We're going to ask you questions and such as we're playing. But really, we're going to play a couple moves, and then we're going to talk about, we'll give you what I'm feeling, what he's feeling. Max Peterson, the 5-6 Don, right, is sitting here, and he's also going to weigh in and give us some feedback and comments as well. But this is supposed to be pretty interactive, so we're really going to play, a few short moves as if we're playing a game. It's not going to feel like a game for us because we're over here, and it's going to be just, from our perspective, it's very strange to play a game this way, but we're going to do it.
Very gutsy.
That's right. Absolutely. We have no idea how it's going to turn out either, right? Usually when I give these lectures, I have an idea what I'm doing. Today, I have no idea. Right? So we'll pause every few moves, and we'll talk about what's going on in the game. And really the goal is for us to get a feeling and just maybe an appreciation, for what Go is really about. What are strong players thinking about? What's important to them versus the things that you probably worry about in your games, And the sooner you can start thinking like a Dom player, the sooner you will lose 2 stones of strength in a bad way, because you'll be forgetting to do all the basic stuff that you're supposed to be doing and learning and practicing. But eventually it'll translate to 2 more stones in the other direction, right? Or more. So, 1.
All right, how many stones do you want to take?
I was going to let you be white.
Okay, let's go.
He's so cocky. I beat you. He just thinks he's Korean, so he's badass. So that's all this is. He looks at me and he goes, "You can't play Go." All right, there you are. All right, pause right here. What do you guys think of the opening?
White takes a command.
It's an open position.
White takes a command.
That is correct.
All right, sure. You guys know his name?
Mini Chinese.
Very good. Mini Chinese. Do you know his name?
I didn't know that name.
Looking at the 6 Don for approval. All right, let's play 3 more moves, then we'll talk. And then we'll talk about what's happening.
For once, I guess it's useful to actually have the stones separated in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
For once, it's useful to actually have the stones separated properly.
Actually, this is the time it will be useful, yeah. Usually
But it's not. But it's
They're all
not.
mixed together.
Because I mix it up. 'Cause normally I don't care. But now I keep grabbing white stones, and it's very strange. Oh. He'll respond. All right, let's talk. So first, what is black getting? What is white getting in this opening? Do some evaluation. Caitlin,
The top. Black has the top.
a lot of influence here. Is this territory?
Not really,
Yeah.
no.
Only the corner.
Even then, there's still some agi here, right? There's still possibilities for white to invade, especially if white gets strong out here, right? There's definite possibilities there. But this is a lot of potential for territory. This is definitely not territory yet, right? Very invadable right there. We split off, it's just influence. How about this? You guys seen this one?
No. Large little enclosure.
Large night enclosure, is this territory?
Less so than small.
Yeah, usually if we're playing more territory, we'll play this. Why do you think I played this one?
Put pressure on the stone he played there.
Yeah, he has a stone. So, what do we know about single stones? How do they become happy stones?
When there's the second one,
Yeah, where's the second one?
2-space jump.
Yeah, so that makes a base, that makes a base. If I have a stone here, and he makes a base this way,
No.
you don't want to touch me, right? Then I'm just going to attack you, and it's going to be real fun for me and not so fun for you. Right, so that's why you jump here. Yes, make a base.
Sure, yeah. Is this common? I guess.
I think it's fine. Because you approach the bottom, then probably do some kind of pincer here. And after that, this seems pretty good. So white is gonna run out this way, and black's gonna be safe here. And if black gets center, then he can come here, and he has a framework both ways.
6 times.
The move that I would play here is actually this one.
But then your large knights is even better.
Not really. You think this is better?
Yes. Because now black can also go here or there. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay.
I don't know. Is this the common move?
Usually right in the middle.
That's fine.
I saw that in a book for when black already has the low enclosure at the top, just because then if black does as far as he can go, plays a 3-space low extension that leaves an invasion point. Yeah, if you played there and you wanted to approach as close as possible.
Okay.
Yes, it seems like the white move there, because on top, black is lower, so it's maybe a little bit more solid. Down the bottom, it was like a little bit more open.
Which part is open? You're saying?
Yeah, before the last black move here, but what I'm saying with white, the top seems to be more shut off than the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was thinking, well, maybe white would be one down, but then maybe it comes into when you start working out the plays where you have the extra space set. That make any sense?
It's too abstract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you need to worry just more about spacing where we're getting our bases. Like, what are the bases of our stones going to look like in these formations?
Okay.
Right? And I think the one that, Max is worried about white playing directly here, I think this is playable. I don't think there's anything wrong with this move. But you have to expect, black pincering you and just attacking you directly, and black getting all this as influence. So you have to anticipate that if you play here. If you play here, you are giving up a lot of potential points in the corners.
Well, if white plays there, is there any reason why black would be evenly divided as to where they want to play at top or below?
Oh, yes. So you're saying here versus here?
Yeah.
Right. So let's say I attack this way. Where are you going to play one?
Is that maybe a little bit far? Or?
Probably. But, everything else feels slow.
Oh.
Like this is not very efficient. Because this stone, the correct direction, this stone is pointing this way.
Yeah.
So my next move really wants to be over here.
Yeah.
Okay? Not over here.
So
if I get my next direction play, then I really want to push this all the way to there, or even further, right? This has a lot of influence, especially if I play there. So if I play this here, if I go back to play the correct direction this stone is facing, this is actually too cramped. It's actually not spreading your wings far enough.
Okay, but so take the one stone off, but not the other one.
Yep.
But so in this position here, is black maybe evenly decided on which side to play, or is he really more inclined to draw back?
I'm not going from this way ever.
Yeah.
Also, if you come from the top, white gets to naturally approach your stone from the right direction and work with the first one, right?
Yeah. And then we go something like this. Sure.
Doesn't look that bad for me though.
It's not bad.
It's good for
you.
white.
Yeah, it's good for white.
Or bad for black even. I mean, this is a this is a recipe, right? And
But you already have a stone here now.
yeah, but
This looks great.
this shape doesn't look that bad for black either.
That good?
I don't know. This feels too low to be useful.
Too low to use though.
Yeah, because white can reduce this very easily. So I don't know. My feelings. This looks good for me for white because I'll be able to make really good use of this stone. All right, this is just the perfect distance away from this Joseki. If white just gets a wall here. So again, I care about spacing, so I don't want white to lean on me over here and make perfect base. I don't never want white to have a perfect base. So I'm going to play there. When white goes here, yes, white has a base. But notice, this is still annoyable. There's only 2 stones here. It's not like white got a lot of thickness. White's not, overly powerful. If we played the other Joseki, white would have had, this sort of shape, very thick, very strong. I don't want to make white strong in my sphere of influence yet. So as long as you're not completely settled, I'm much happier. That's my feeling. You have any other ideas?
Just to say that when black comes down here first, white has to make a base. White cannot go ahead and like approach up here. So when white makes a base, black naturally gets to make an enclosure, so we make 2. Whereas approaching from the top, he's going to only make 1. So if you like enclosure, it's that.
Yeah. That's also a good point. Enclosures are worth a lot. You get the influence and the territory. They're glorious. If you can take an enclosure somewhere, you should take an enclosure somewhere. So, I mean, as of right now, after this move, I'm feeling really good about my opening. How are you feeling about your opening?
Seems fine.
So I'm excited and he's passive, so I think I'm winning, right?
Winning the battle of morale.
That's right. It's all about excitement level. That's how you
He
win.
gets one more turn before he has to decide how he feels.
That's true, that's true. Well, you do have the next move, sir. So let's play a few more. Let's play some more. And actually, this is a good point to play. Where do you think Juan should play now? Where do you think would be a good...
Bottom left corner somewhere, or approaching.
I'd go this way at the bottom
Yeah.
to negate your ability to make
This
points
way
with
at the
it.
bottom, not...
I'd like play, I don't know, yeah, something like that.
We don't want black to make a base.
To make you, to reduce your ability to make points with that enclosure.
Yeah, remember enclosure, territory, and influence? This influence is pointing this way. People who've been to my class before know I like to talk a lot about making boxes. Right? Juan, would you like me to make a box right here? Would you enjoy that?
Well, do I play more moves? No. No, I wouldn't like that.
I've proven my point. Do you agree the bottom is a good direction here?
Yeah, I think I like this move.
Okay.
Is there any other possibilities?
On the left side.
Top left, you can spread an invasion.
I
Black
think
would
it's
answer.
this. I mean, this.
Even if you protected your corner, black would probably answer.
I don't think black would answer.
Yeah, I think I go play here.
Black would just laugh. Huh.
Yeah, I think I go play the bottom. It's so many. This stone is still useful.
Yeah.
I would answer if I was
If
black.
like 4-2,
I mean, no, but you think this is? I mean, this is big.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't answer this either.
Probably not. If you want to play that.
That's fair.
And then I'll probably also want to play that, right? If I'm going to Tanuki. So that never happened. My feeling is that this area of the board is smaller than this area of the board right now. This is my instinct. Again, a stronger player could actually contradict me. But I don't know. I see that as black is trying to threaten something really big. So,
But I like this the best.
yeah, I like that too. All right, we just did a move for white. What do you think? Next move for black is actually harder. I like the next move for black. It's more difficult. You have any ideas?
Bottom
Left
left.
side.
Bottom left, here, here, here.
Left
On
side.
the side. Up.
Is
Yeah.
it-
That
Here. I like this idea. That's my instinct. So why? What's the benefit of that move? Are we looking at
white to make a big box there.
There's
you can invade or make a base.
Yeah, I can, you guys know this normal approach, right? I can basically prevent white from getting a whole big sphere of influence, break it up. Same thing when he did to me over here. Right, I'm just doing it right here. Other possibilities?
Top left corner. 4-2.
For two, this one?
Saying that way you have your side.
Possible, but here's the thing. This stone is actually really flexible. And if something is really flexible, that probably means it's not that urgent. Right? Because if white comes in here, I can choose to fight. I can choose to run in the corner, just take the corner points. I can try to make a base with it.
Well, I was thinking maybe not so much like trying to save the stone or thing, but you know, like what Upu said, they like, is there any profit going to the corner?
Oh, I mean, this move, this is profit, right? I could do that at any point, and that's a good move for black because I'll get the corner now.
But that would be small compared to the.
Well, not only would it be small, but it would not have a whole lot of impact on the rest of the board, and it would end in gote for me most likely. Actually,
Also,
definitely.
if he got thickness there, you'd have almost no ability to make the points between your two stones at the top, right?
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, I guess
There's
you're
a
kind
lot
of already
other bad
resigned to
things
that, but
can happen. Yeah.
you give up the chance even.
Right. So if I go in here and he makes a wall here, now I've got to worry about this side of the board getting big. I've got to worry about invasions here. And it's his move next. This is going to end in gote for me, right? If I'm invading his area.
Can you show how it ends in gote?
You block. If I go here, there's a couple options depending on what white wants, but let's assume that white
Alright.
blocks that way. Either way.
Would you block that?
Vaughn, which way do you block?
I don't know, I think it's a tough call right now, right? Because this, you don't want to give up territory this way. But
I don't
without stone here, I think it's okay. I would block this way because I think there's more potential.
Yeah, you can just start taking this for white.
I was gonna block the other way.
Alright, so Max 5 down says block this way. Juan 5 down says block this way. A little indecisive.
Choose my side.
This is a Joseki. Black plays there. Guess whose move it is?
Like,
White. And then white will get to play something like this. Something over here. Maybe that one. Okay. So that's how it ends in gote in that variation. Gote in this variation. Connect.
Either way.
They're both playable. They leave different kinds of aji, but they're both playable. White has to connect here, right? Otherwise the stone gets cut off and dies a horrible tragic death. It's a waste. Have to save it. Black has to live. This is the move to live. And there's a few different ways we can annoy this stone depending on what sort of aji we want to leave. Which one do you play here, Max?
Is he upset?
Come on top, yeah.
How do you end in? I think black.
Oh yeah.
Does white have to play another move here?
Block.
I guess
Well, if I'm greedy.
you don't want him to undercut that.
Is this greedy? Not really.
This white gets gote, but I think it's good enough.
What if black? Oh, I see. So this is the only way to get sent to his line.
Yeah. But that's a lot of white thickness.
Right.
So, alright, that way would end in gote for white.
But get back where it started from, I think the question would be maybe is going in the back corner better than say going into the side?
No, it's not.
I was gonna say, I
It's
don't
too
think
early. It's too
That's
early.
not worth it. Like, what did black?
Yeah, I mean, there's
white
points.
get?
Well, there's
Black
points
just
here.
sold the
You turn
corner.
these white points into black points, so it's
That's
worth something. That's worth a lot.
It's worth a lot, but
It's worth something.
If,
but this is
if
worth
white was
it.
gonna get 10 points here, and now black gets
compared
6
to
points here.
the entire other side.
Yeah, this feels bigger. I agree. This feels just inherently bigger, right? This is gonna have a more impact on the rest of the board. So I think this is too early. But you have to be be aware. It's worth, it's a good 20 points. It's not worth nothing. I mean, it's a big move. There we go. So, I don't know. My still nomination is that one. I like that one.
How scared are your two black stones in the bottom corner right now?
This one?
Yeah,
Scared of being invaded?
yeah,
With stuff like this? Or this?
or something.
I mean, white can do this at any time. Okay, and sort of make some really sad looking crawling along the edge here. But if I get a big wall here, I'm fine with that. If you saw my how to use your walls lecture, right, I did a few weeks ago before Christmas, I'm okay with getting a big wall early in the game, because then I'll be able to direct the next 20 moves in the game. So yeah, these points aren't necessarily entirely mine, right? White can come in here and annoy me a lot, but white has to pay a price. So I'm not worried at all. So let's you and me play a few more moves. Or you have a
Can
question?
I ask them?
Oh yeah,
What
sure.
should I next?
He doesn't know what to do, so he's gonna ask
Yeah.
you guys.
I like
pincer?
pincer maybe. I would just play a high one space extension that way, but that's because I'm not confrontational.
I like this one.
That's a good move too. Yeah, it works with this stone.
No.
Personally, I don't like the pistol. I don't like to give up the corner.
Jesse.
It just seems too fragmented.
I don't think the result's that bad for you though.
Yes?
Yeah, I don't think it's bad for you.
So if I block this, so you block this way.
Why don't you block this way?
Maybe you wish it was here.
Yeah. I wish this was higher. But I don't know. Again, I'm still going through like, I really like territory, but if you're going to give me lots of influence, I'll take lots of influence. Like that's my current mental state. Like start taking territory, and my opponent decides he really wants my territory. I want walls. So for me, this, as white, I would play this. What do you think?
Seems possible. One thing is, when black plays here, this helps protect the corner somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, of course, when white plays this Joseki, he accepts Kote. It depends on how big the next move is. I don't know, is it big?
It's big.
It's really big. So for that reason, I would not
So
play
not
this.
this.
But it's arguable.
Yeah, I think that's a good reason.
If black played that, is white more or less obligated to like jump or do something with that one stone there? Or does he have enough thickness to just accept a potential invasion?
Well, this will turn, if black gets another move and doesn't want white to have any points, black can just say,
play them, like,
no points for you.
but if white does like a one space jump from that stone, it's too much, right?
Feels over concentrated.
I would play one space jump.
Yeah, but you would respond to that.
Yeah.
I would respond. I would.
Attach first and then.
Is that one is that a pro, or is that?
Well, this seems to be way too much territory here.
For black.
If black plays
So you just take it.
like another move. So
Yeah,
I don't like giving up territory.
he's very jealous of my territory. See, this is my plan though when I play Lon, right? Take territory, just little bits of territory until he decides he's jealous.
Take territory, piss them off.
And then whip out a bunch of walls and then crush him. That's the plan. All right, let's go back to the game. Let's see what Juan's actual response is.
So I like this one.
All right. That's way too peaceful.
Would be useful.
Oh, this isn't good.
Aww. Thought I was winning.
So close.
Let's see what this happens. See if he likes. Oh, he responds very peacefully. You guys all know this one. What are his other options?
He could go and pincer that actually, right?
Yes.
This is possible.
Yep. And some of you may have seen this one. It's also a pretty relatively recent
Is
innovation.
it more common in this shape?
Yeah, it's more common with a low, I think, at least from what I've seen. So if you have the high one, though, he's saying this is worth a lot to him, so he's going to protect it. So he's going to follow through with his plan. And that's okay. I'll make a base, right? So I came into his territory. I got a bunch of stones there, right? His area of influence, and I got a solid group. So I took Gote to do this. He started to solidify some more territory over here. But I'm still satisfied. I'm not unhappy yet. And I still feel good about getting these two enclosures. So I still feel good about this game. You feel good about this game?
I feel good about this.
Awesome.
Right side is a little thin. No?
This,
It's
I mean, it's a base. It's okay. I can't attack it yet.
It's more than fine.
But if you added just one black stone, one step below it, would white respond? Because then it's
Not
always
right
down.
Here's the thing about Go, right? You can have one weak group on the board and be fine, right? You can have one weak group on the board and let it run around. You can do okay, right? There's a whole strategy based on that, right? Take as much as you can and overplay on one group, so one group is kind of intentionally left weak, right? But you get lots everywhere else. That is a winning strategy, often. Having two weak groups on the board, train wreck, right? Because what happens?
One of them lives.
Well, one of them lives, but often, right, one weak group will start running, and then your opponent will play some move that causes this weak group to start running, and then your opponent plays this, and goes, aha! One of them will die. Right, that's not a winning strategy. Two weak groups means you lose. You should lose. Often, in Q games, two weak groups means you win because your opponent isn't good enough to kill them. But you should lose. You should feel bad about it. All right, so what are you thinking, Juan?
where to play next.
You know that the two stones in the corner, seeing this how they can be, that corner can be invaded.
So like this.
Well, I say either there or down, pushing on the black. But we're down on the, like about the 3,
Extend along the side.
On the side.
3-8 or something.
Oh, you want to go this way?
Just approach.
Either way, either top or bottom.
I don't like that for you. I like the corner better.
This.
Yeah, if you're gonna protect territory, I would play that one.
But
I want to play
what-
somewhere
what's-
good.
Well, what I'm saying though is it's like, because that corner's invadable, it just seems like that maybe it needs some strengthening.
Well, but if he gets invaded, he's going to get strong.
So,
Right.
the other variation.
Right? Remember, if I go in here, he's going to get very strong stones on the outside.
Oh,
So he's only worried about the territory being taken away. He's not worried about becoming weak.
oh, I'd be worried about getting weak, but that's why.
Well, we have Miai. You guys know Miai? You know this word?
Yeah, yeah.
If black goes over here, white can come down here and make points. If black comes over here and tries to take these points away, white can go over here and make points.
So my idea is
So-
basically being defensive before I have to.
I think so. Is my feeling about that corner.
Okay.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not perfect Miai, but I mean it's
I agree with you.
you're very. I mean, it's still flexible, so it's not urgent. If it can go two different directions, it's not really important.
Okay.
Is my feeling. But it is a big move. I mean, this is still a lot of points, right? All these can become white points, or all these can become black points. We haven't decided that yet.
And I don't know where to play next. I mean, I kind of want
Always
to
hard
play
to
here,
Yeah, I want to play
but I don't want
Yeah.
to play like move like this.
This is slow for me though.
Yeah, this
If I play this is a good exchange. I feel terrible if you play this.
Here or this?
No, if you play that one.
Or do I then follow up with something like this?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
You play my move for me?
No, I'm just wondering if this is a good move. I mean, you would respond, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'm really sad about it. Because now I feel like I played 3 moves in a corner. I hate playing 3 moves in a corner.
But then another way I can play could be something like this and just take the corner.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
As white, or in this context, you as black would be okay.
Me as black, I'd be okay with him taking my corner right now.
What do you think?
My instinct is to do the one you did, the approach.
Yeah.
It's kind of the largest empty stretch left on the side, right? And whereas in the top, he can't. If he extends, like if you extend there, you're still only on the 3rd line. But if you get to extend down there, you're actually extending from an enclosure. So
There's more potential here.
I guess the point is we definitely have to play in that corner somewhere.
Yeah, this feels like it's the biggest part of the board. And to some degree, I think you can also see, this is the normal move, right? So this is the weird move. It's not that weird, but it's still kind of weird. It feels like black is asking for a lot. So whenever your opponent asks for a lot, you should probably ask them again. Do you really want all that? Like, do you really, really want all that? Because you might find that if black gets this move, and maybe some other moves over here, and you have to respond over here, maybe some other moves like this, black may never actually have to come back and defend this. He might not only get all of the things that he asked for, but by playing these outside moves, get even more. So it certainly feels big, right? This is the area of the board that I asked a question, and he hasn't answered me down here. All right, can I have a lot?
If he plays there, don't you also have to respond at this point?
To which one?
If he does on if he does that.
It certainly feels like I should respond.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't have to.
Before, when and on the upper left corner,
Yeah.
you told them you didn't have to respond.
There's
now
a-
now
no, no,
you've
no.
decided you have to respond.
There's a difference here. Do you see this stone?
Yeah,
Do you see how if I want to make a base over here, it touches him?
sure.
I don't want to touch him. Over here, he doesn't have to touch me. He can make a base anytime he wants. So, I'm not convinced I fully have to respond down here. Like, I'll be fine if I don't, but I'm going to be a little bit more cramped than he is up here.
You might have to respond, and your opponent might have to respond, and your opponent might think he has to respond.
There's that distinction as well, yeah.
I think that you should play there because it made you mad. You didn't want him to.
So another difference between this and this is other variation. This stone was pretty much captured. Here, this stone is attacking.
That's also true, yeah. Yeah. It's a lot easier. Check out the spacing here, 4 spaces versus 3 spaces. If black goes in and white gets a wall here, when white attacks this, white will get more points.
I mean, yeah, the white was like this, right?
Yeah,
So this one was pretty much captured.
yeah.
Here, if I invade here, so even if I just go like this is in a good position to attack.
Yeah, this stone is still hard to kill.
So the two corners are different.
These are very different corners, yeah. You have to think about them very differently. Just especially because this stone is here on this space, right, where you have more space this way, plus the spacing on this side too.
Yeah, the two black stones are further apart than the two white stones, and they're more cramped. Yeah.
I'm gonna play it. I'm really sad about this move.
And now you kind of wish,
Now I wish I
That-
played something
that-
like this.
or that
Right,
if
so-
you had the high enclosure, that your next one was one more up, right?
If I had the
That if you had those two, that you would like nice move up rather than
yeah, exactly.
diagonal. Yeah.
Right. This would be okay.
Even then, I still feel cramped.
No, I feel okay with black here. This I feel cramped. Right. This stone looks silly. And perhaps this stone should really be here now, right, to put pressure on this group. So if I respond here, black looks bad. But I'll respond here anyway because Juan needs some help. He's losing.
I'm not losing. And where to say next? So you said this move, but
It's not one style, man.
I don't know. It's already pretty strong. I don't know how much territory am I going to?
Yeah, it's true that black has no follow over there, right?
The invasion looks, I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks
I
good.
think it's possible.
Oh no, I meant for black.
Let's-
The invasion
let's
of
get
the bottom
out of
looks
here.
pretty okay now.
Yeah.
You can just take the top left corner, play 4-2.
I don't want to do that.
No,
It's a good move.
I never-
But
And that kind of lets black come back and then, yeah, extend there.
Black will not.
It might be worth it just to. This might be the time for invade. Cut
Yeah.
this off, right?
Yeah.
Because now if I invade, he'll get a wall here and this. Although if you play that one, you want to play this one or this one?
which one is?
They're both playable, I think. There's two very different variations that come out of this. You've seen these? You know these invasions?
One thing we have to realize before that is that you guys seem to think that when white goes here, that means black has to respond.
yes.
But this move actually decreases the value of this area.
That's true.
Because white already has this corner now. Before, if white invades here, he stands to gain like all this, potentially. But now here, he already has this, so all he can gain is like this small area. So you shouldn't think that when white goes here, black has to go here. It's the opposite case.
Very counterintuitive.
Well, it's not that black has to go there, but black does go there.
It's not big.
But in this situation, I think move like this is pretty standard, right?
And I make a similar formation to what you made down here.
Is it?
No, I'm just saying, I'm
Oh.
comparing, right? You get your corner moves, right, and then a middle extension, and then you kind of annoy the corner. And
Yeah.
that's what I do over here. I annoy the corner, get this middle move, and have my corner enclosure. It can be a very similar position if you play that way.
Why?
Why?
It just sort of looks like white's winning.
This move, Dan. That move.
Yeah, it's too solid.
Sure, you know.
I don't think you.
I would say invade, but I don't want to get too complicated. I think it's better if it's simple.
So one reason for not wanting to invade might be that good, but
It's fine, so.
which this is more settled.
That's true. That's true.
And I think I'm doing fine territory-wise. So I'm sort of tempted to play this, but but okay, fine. See what happens.
Oh! That comes out. Now he plays the close one. So because he played very close, I'm actually more likely to give him this territory, right? If he plays this one, I'm more likely to want to prevent. I mean, he's asking for more. All right. So if he's asking for only for a little, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna go there.
Is there a choice here?
No, I don't think you have a choice.
Here?
Yeah. After you play this stone, I mean, you're gonna get attacked if you.
But
You want to build thickness this way?
So, seeking a touch on top.
Oh, okay. Yeah, seal in, and then how potential do you have here, though? If you think you have a lot of potential here, he can block this way, right? And then just get this big wall facing this way. So, I mean,
I think I'm also giving you less territory
if you block that way,
but and this is
yeah,
not 100% settled, or is this one?
yeah,
different?
yeah.
Um,
He's doing what I wouldn't have done. I would still go the other way. That's me. There's a lot of hard blocking questions in this game. We don't, like, we're good players, we don't know where to block. That shouldn't happen. True, I think. We'll play true. Can I not cut?
gonna cut.
Yeah, I can cut. So he's getting thickness. He can get a lot of thickness. We'll see if he can make it useful. Dan's got something to say.
No,
You're making noises.
I'm just not sure you can cut.
Well, black really wants to cut, right? Because the other move is just like godlike.
Yeah.
They want to
If he gets
cut,
this
doesn't mean you can.
this nice wall, though, it kind of seems like if black comes out of it with Sente and gets to play
Black's not
another.
gonna cause something.
Okay,
Yeah.
then it doesn't matter. But I was gonna
Black
say,
still has a defect in here.
yeah,
That's,
if you did somehow manage
did come
that,
out
he
with
got the
Sente.
wall and you came out with Sente, you could make like another 2-space extension along the side and nullify a lot of.
oh yeah,
potential.
absolutely, absolutely.
So.
Just look.
I don't know, I bet you could come out of it with Sente in a KGS game.
I didn't really read this out. Again, this is part of the problem. Like, you know, especially when I'm teaching a class, it's very difficult for me to actually play a game of Go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be very embarrassed when I look at this video later and go, "What the hell was I doing?"
I think it's hard for one.
I mean, in reading this cut, I read exactly three move variations and went, "Nope, I'm fine."
I don't know. Even just the timing seems fine.
I was looking at that a little bit. That made me a little scared.
The extension is too good for cut.
Um,
9-3.
I'm looking at that.
I think the vital point is 9-4.
You think that?
Is something?
Yeah, that's something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I
Never
don't.
mind, that's not good.
I think I need to play this one. So there.
Is Sunday?
Kind of. Let's play it. This is exciting. So I'll point out a few things, right? Even though I didn't respond over here the first time, by coming up this way, these two stones are now really weak. Right? Black can't lose these. If he loses these, it's
White, I mean.
white loses these, sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think black is white and white's black and up is down. Sometimes. So I'm just trying to get one extra free move over here and then come back and he responds. This is
I have to
where,
respond here, right?
yeah. He needs to take away a liberty, right? If he
now
tries,
he can play 3-9.
if he takes away a liberty, now he can threaten to actually kill.
Oh.
Right, so I kind of need a response. And this is where I really need to sit down and read for a while, because the move I really, really want to play is this.
Just play it one time.
Yeah, but this could be,
Yeah,
I could die like entirely. Like all of this could die if this move doesn't work.
You said to play the first two good.
I think so too. All right. I should read this out.
It's a learning
It
experience.
needs to be a
for all
short
of
game,
us.
right? We have to be out of here on time. That's a big exchange. I really kind of want to be really crude here. This move is terrible. Don't do this.
That being said,
I think that
See,
ends
I need to
well.
read this again.
That ends quite peacefully.
Yeah, but it's so crude.
If it works.
The end is not crude.
Yeah, but he gets over here. Okay, here's what I'm reading out. Let me share my thinking. Let me share I can see. So, I'd really like to be able to play this. He snorts.
I get choked.
Yeah, I mean, in general, that's good.
This is if I had no problems in the corner, if my corner's completely alive, right? This is all I want to do, right? Just keep him from basically making live shape, prevent myself from helping him, just make him crawl and suffer along the edge of the board. That's what you want to do and go. The problem with this move is this might end up killing me. Right? If he comes over here and I respond, and then he Ataris, and he connects, I don't have two eyes anymore. And then it just becomes a straight up capturing race. And if this group has more liberties than this, I lose the game. So this is why you need to read. You guys are not reading for me. No? Hold on.
I think if you Atari, it ends.
Yeah, all right, so my other option, right, my chicken option was to do this, force him to come down and split, and that way these two stones have short liberties, so he doesn't actually have time to necessarily come over here and threaten to kill me. But what's the downside if I do this? There's a huge downside.
Like
He
crossing
can
zero,
Atari with
right?
12-3 or
Yeah, instead of crawling like a sad little peon, he's wrapping around here and splitting me with a vengeance. Right, because of this Atari. So, you know what, Juan?
Oh, snap.
Make him read it.
Oh, you know what? It's in your hands. Go ahead.
Yes. So this is all going to be forced. And I think I want to play that one.
Oh, can you do that?
No.
Can you do that?
Why can't I do it?
One thing it's going to hint is whether that white stone is spit out on the end.
This has got exciting. Right, because now if he doesn't come Atari, I can live like this too. But that, all right, now the move I really want to play is this one. And still make it go to a capturing race? Or a co?
Oh, what?
Only if you respond to this, right?
Oh, if I respond.
Yeah, if I can play this and you
Oh, you're
respond.
afraid that I might try to kill this?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have to read that out, don't I?
yeah, I guess so.
Because if I play this move, again, it's the same problem, right? I'm just trying to make sure that he can't win the capturing race. If I ever play a move that lets him win the capturing race, I'm dead. So this is, again, high-level thinking, where I should be reading instead of talking to you guys. I'm thinking about this.
Is
But-
this the only move? I can't try to do this, right? Can I? I think I can, but I just don't.
It's it kind of works.
Situation has actually not changed on the left side.
Yeah, it's really not.
Because 6-1 takes a liberty.
So,
He's going to capture these two.
Well, I think your question. I think you play this way if if you play the other one, if I can play that, then this has to be better for you. Right, because you can get out over here.
Yeah, I don't think this is a.
I don't think so. Well, I don't know. Well, here. If we go back to here, and you respond to this move, then I think this is worse for you. Here, we'll play it. We'll play it. Caitlin is so excited. She's ready for blood. Now, if you make shape, I make shape, and then we're all happy. But I'm more happy.
You look a lot more happy here if you get this facing
the
your
corner
high
there.
enclosure.
Oh yeah. No, if we all just make life, I think black comes out of this well. Right? Because
Especially
what is
like,
this wall doing, right?
Well, yeah, because now you have those two stones there, so
Yeah, this nullifies a lot of any effect of this wall. I'm gonna die.
I think
I think I'm
I'm
dead.
afraid of as black to die here.
You're not afraid as black?
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I'm not convinced I win this. If you're watching this on YouTube, pause and actually read it out. It's really good practice.
wow, you gotta go for it.
I don't even know how this is possible. Like
You're like
this.
80% sure you're gonna die. Sure.
I'm gonna die or he's gonna die.
Like,
Boom! I'm still winning this game.
See, nothing to be afraid of.
The 5/6 don says I'm fine, so clearly.
Well, Maxwell, how do you analyze them as being fine?
read it up. I guess that once black Atari is at 11-1.
They can go to code then too, right?
Yeah, it's cool, but white has no threats at all whatsoever.
Because white has no threats. So.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well,
It's probably.
white has.
Oh, maybe.
White
Yeah.
has.
I mean, you
Yeah, do
won.
that.
White has.
It's going to co.
Do that. It's cool.
You may try to kill. I don't even
No,
know.
I mean you expect to die and take the left, right?
All right, here we go.
I'm not guaranteeing.
Safety not guaranteed.
So you have to connect now, right? If this is co or are you chicken? He's not chicken. All right, we're gonna find out. So I have to play this move, right? Capture race. I cannot make two eyes here.
Yes.
I threaten to make two eyes right now, right? No, I can't. Sorry. No, I have to do this. I think I die. I'm still reading this as me dead. Oh, co.
Is it better for black to?
Well, you're only dead for sure if he can just fill and still kill you, right?
Right. It looks like he will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, 6, yeah, 5 liberties or so, depending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I have 5 liberties. It'll be his move. Huh.
Well, I think
Mhm.
But I can make an eye. Gain an extra liberty. You can make an eye too. I don't know anymore.
I'm not dead. What? Is this even cool?
Was that a trick? Is it not code? Has to be at least a multi-step code, right?
So this? I don't know. I'm really confused.
That was my plan. Never possible. Confuse your opponent.
You gotta respond.
How much do you want?
See, now I have to read this out for real. Because he might be just tricking me. He does this when we used to play. He's like, oh, it's co. It's not a co. It's not a co. And he'd play a move like this, and I would just go respond. He'd go, yes, it is co. Boom. All right. He plays. I have to connect. Right, or find a thread. I have to connect, really.
Sure.
All right, and then I think you gain an extra liberty from the co.
Well, you have
Here's
one third.
what we're doing. We're doing that.
So,
That's probably not the correct move. We'll get a professional to look at it later.
well, you're not giving up that much. I mean, his skill threat's so small.
I agree, because you know why? I have something in reserve. See that giant wall? I'm gonna kill that.
You can neutralize it.
I'm gonna kill it, damn.
I think you don't die in the corner.
It's good.
So that goes.
Wow.
That doesn't kill
Of course he was.
There's a proverb in Go. Do not attach to weak stone.
Well, then we made a mistake.
There is a co-proverb. Attaching to strong stone? Okay.
This is a mistake?
No, that's fine.
So this stone is very strong, right? So I feel okay about attaching to it. Oh, I made a mistake.
It was so strong. Didn't even feel you.
I'm gonna kill that wall.
Don't tell him your strategy.
That looks like an
That does look like an overplay. Tasty, tasty overplay.
This side of the board, everyone's pincering everyone else.
It's like the stones just alternate.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happens when someone feels they're behind in the game, right? Everyone just starts, it just breaks out in a huge fight.
Wait, I don't feel like I'm behind.
Yes, you do, obviously. Look how much you're fighting.
You could have played this.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. I wanted to teach them a proverb.
It's all their fault.
Balls coming down. Balls coming down. Did you see this coming? I really feel like that's a Tsuji, but it's not.
That's.
Yeah,
Is it?
I'm a little sad about that one.
Is that why I'm not a Don player?
Yeah, so this move does two things. I was looking at this. I can't, he now links up this way, and he links up that way.
Does he?
But I mean, if he's playing here, just trying to link up on like the 2.5 line, that seems like a huge win for you in the context of.
Except, well, I did get that as profit, I guess. But down here, he took that as profit.
But you mean like in the beginning game, you shouldn't play on low, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's a fight, so I think it's fine to play low.
I guess. It's just like, if, I mean, here, yeah, if that's all he was thinking of taking with the
It's a
coach.
fight.
I was originally thinking, like, the point here was when White played this, like the extension from the wall, that he was looking to kill all these black stones, and it seems like if White's objective is just to live, that seems good for Black, given that this was a potential area for White.
Well, here's my new plan. I'm gonna make
Kill
this
the wall? Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
The wall's
Yeah,
going for a walk. Walk right across the lands of Mordor. Right, I do want to attack it this way, not this way.
Now, Nick, what about just Haneing on against that group?
I did Hane against
No,
it.
no, that's that group.
This group?
That group. Gotta look at that.
Oh, and short the liberties?
Because he can't. You might be able to to revive the stones he pretended to take before.
Oh, you mean this Hane? Or this Hane?
Yeah, that one.
This Hane, yeah.
Or no, the other one. I was thinking
Well,
that.
I could maybe later. I just know right now I don't want his group to connect this way. That's what I know. Right? If his group connects this way, then this Hane, yeah, I can revive him later, but he's safe. And I don't want him to be safe. I want him to be very uncomfortable. Are you uncomfortable?
No, you're right.
It'll work perfectly.
You're right.
So you're right. You're right in the sense I might want to make that exchange soon, rather than too late. But I think this is more important.
Yeah.
don't know if I should cut.
Yeah, this move I think was bad. I think this move needs to be there or something else. This leaves a weakness, right? Because I have this cut. Wait, just too bad.
So he's threatening both cuts, right?
Yeah. Can we exchange? Let's do that. Killed the wall. But he got good compensation.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know if this is good for white.
I don't think it's. Are you good for black? Or?
I think it's good for white.
Yeah, I don't think the wall's enough.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, he just made a new wall, so.
Although I just saw a game yesterday where.
But you said I have this honey still, though.
Not now.
Definitely not now. You're right.
It's gone.
All right, so that may have been a bad exchange. But I killed the wall, and that's what I set out to do. So I made a plan.
Now,
That is a very large corner.
I saw somebody make a cut
Stuck with it.
yesterday, you know, in the tournament.
Although, I mean,
And he did cut off the center group, but he lost his much bigger group that we can exchange.
This is like 100 points. I need
it's
to
a
worry
very
about
large
this.
corner, but I can't help but notice that once if you count these 6 other black stones as dead, like 90% of black stones are in one quadrant of the board, so that
Yeah.
seems like maybe good
Yeah,
for white.
I think I've been had. This honey wasn't good enough. I need to just descend.
Actually, I think I was gonna. If you did this,
Yeah.
I was gonna descend. I think it's over.
Oh, does it? Oh yeah, because I can now just honey.
Because even if I try to cut,
Oh, you're out of liberty.
You're short, right?
You don't. You can't target first. No, you can't. Yeah. Oh yeah, I missed a game when you move. You should have lost.
So you had the right idea. You just didn't pull it off quite right.
so where's the next one?
Come on.
Play Tengen. Nick
Should
always
jump.
yells at us for playing Tengen.
Really?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
I like this. I like this.
Oh, like that one?
Right.
So, are you behind or is it like reasonable? So, White really doesn't want to count in this situation, but like, I guess you should count, right? I mean, you can. It's so hard.
My corner's not big enough. I'm gonna lose. I totally missed that. Just kill.
Where I don't know where to play.
Yeah.
It looks like actually
You could
white is
do like a knight's
territorially
move off of the
still
wall.
behind, but
I don't know if
he's
that's-
one-
I don't think. I like.
Maybe not because it's
potential.
too invadable.
I don't know.
He's
I'm
the
like
only one
white.
with
Yeah.
potential,
I
so-
don't know how to play Moyo situations
The
like
shoulder
this.
hit is dangerous.
Yes, I need to.
Yeah.
That's weird. What?
Yeah.
I mean,
Play it.
where do you think Black is going to hit
I don't know, but I would like him to play that one.
Because when White wants to do something over here to stop this entry, because these are strong, so they can easily base strong invasion from this way. But when you block here, whether you do it with this or this, it's both blocked.
Which one is better? So you're saying this is
I think this is better. Because you're still worried about this invasion over here. I don't think this mitigates that at all.
And this is, you mean stronger this
Yeah.
side?
Huh?
Why is stronger? I feel like.
But Max isn't, what's the secondary invasion you're talking about?
All I know is it's in this area.
Oh.
And I'm saying that this and this don't really affect the area, but he's right, it could help.
I mean, he doesn't need to pick up that much of the center at this point.
Really?
I mean, you know,
I didn't really count.
So-
Sorry. But they're similar.
really just mourning that I didn't play that. Because I rushed this move. I was talking to you guys.
Why not come out with the white stone? If that white stone comes out,
This one?
yeah, if that white stone comes out, you can maybe get this ladder going, but I mean, it's like you both kind of want something in the middle off center there.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, is this?
single.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if the ladder works, I haven't figured it all out, but if the ladder works,
Is the move you?
White's got a chance. White's got a chance of redeeming all those stones.
It looks like the move.
No, because
No, it's
John,
not
you
quite.
can always connect.
Is that a ladder breaker? It does. It looks like it's right on the
You can always
edge.
connect.
There's no ladder at all.
What? So,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you really
Oh yeah, no,
want
it's
to-
not a
you
ladder.
really
Never
want
mind.
to waste the
I'm
moves
dumb.
if you're
Yeah,
not.
of course that's not a ladder.
No, it's right first.
You don't
It
want
is a
to
big
waste the
stone.
move there, because black has.
Blacker makes sense.
to
This is
respond.
not sentence for black anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's fine.
I could actually let that go into Sibicky.
So,
It's pretty bad.
I mean, if black's move, you gotta do something here.
I'm kind of thinking about that, but that's not good enough either.
White is so weird.
Yeah,
I'm very good.
Not you. White.
White's good. White's good.
Just whitened.
All right, I'm gonna play a move. Has all the danger of all the other moves and the benefits of none.
Is that a ladder breaker move?
No.
Not a good one. He walked into my trap, he did.
Should I try to take all of it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's not.
I don't know.
What is that? Oh, you can't play that. Sente? Oh yeah.
Extra move back again. I don't think he's got it.
It's not Sente.
Take your move.
Shit, that was something.
You can't take that.
Take it back.
Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
Game was over.
Take your move back.
Oh, I gotta find an awesome move.
You lost.
Me?
No,
You
it's
did.
possible to win.
Hey, for white?
Oh. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good. He can Atari here, right? But these three are
No,
dead.
I can save these guys, I think.
You have enough of these? Don't you, isn't it 3 to 4?
Clearly not.
I can say it.
Are you gonna throw in?
Yeah.
And then fill? And then you have to
Wait,
raise
maybe
them
not.
up.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, one
It's
liberty
3 to 4,
short.
right?
I can't capture you.
One liberty short.
Here, we're doing that.
The gauntlet
Is this
has been
something?
thrown.
Yes.
We're pretending like it is, actually.
Here, we're playing, right? We have 5 minutes to finish. Oh, don't play that move. Nobody likes that move. Oh.
So I think black should have played that.
Yeah, black should play that. Black should
That's in
play
good
it.
shape. I think it's worth talking about. Yeah.
So I'm not responding here, right?
Yeah.
This makes him hungry. This makes him also hungry, but in the bad way. This is like, oh, he gets to eat on a feast tonight, right? This is like, well, maybe I'll get to eat something.
One is hungry, one is starving.
He's not ladder, right?
You're asking the Q players?
I know, right?
No, it,
Squeeze, no, I think squeeze is great.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna say that clearly works, but not say for which player.
Technique, squeeze, to make shape. I'm giving you a big dumpling right there. I don't care about it as long as I'm just safe and happy. I'm gonna save those.
Are you?
Hey, I said I was gonna kill that wall, and look what happened. I killed the wall. All right? Good shape move. Oh, is that all I get? Oh, then you win.
I win?
No. That's. If you get. What is this? 8th line?
You have a lot there.
7th line?
Oh, there's coming.
Yes. Oh, wait, are you giving me coming? Are you acknowledging me as your equal?
I'm giving you coming. Wow.
Are you giving me reverse coming?
You're on video.
Oh,
You don't have to say that.
You're really.
Them's fighting words.
All right, what do you want now? Pick a side. Oh, it picks that side. That was a bad move. I probably shouldn't have targeted that. What's the move here, Max?
For black.
Yeah, for black. No, for him. No, for me. Yes.
Just push down.
Can he cut?
No.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm reading this weird cut ladder thing. No, I just go that way, right? You guys see this cut?
Yes.
You guys all saw this and I didn't?
We're all assuming you know what you're doing.
You assume incorrectly. Look at how much territory I've been able to destroy. Not that much. Actually. Make some
This
shape.
is how I feel when I
Okay.
play on KGS.
Yeah.
Something, is it?
I'm getting ready to kill this.
Oh, for black? No, I would. What do you want to protect?
Yeah?
Oh, that's big. That's very big.
Did you do anything in the corner?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Looks so big. Yeah, that's a good.
That one's good for you.
Are we gonna finish this game?
No, we probably should stop soon, actually. We're kind of.
No,
Okay, let's just
no,
okay,
you're
let's just
going,
do
going.
You have to keep going?
Yes.
Well, how about this? If you guys want to play some games, you guys can go over there and play some games. We'll keep playing.
Have you guys run it?
No.
Just come.
I've been
Why are you
teaching.
taking what? Huh? Oh.
What are you doing? Oh,
I'm just trying to
reading
read
this out.
Center.
Yes.
Wait.
Can you see
Can
it
you
over?
step back?
So he's investigating whether or not, remember how we were debating whether or not this was Sente? Because I got these 3 stones to save these? Kill these? He's looking at seeing if he can link up or do something
It goes
underneath
like
here.
this.
Yeah, if it's like that, sure. You'd be fine. But you're not.
So it wasn't so big.
Okay. I'll call it.
Good game.
Alright, good game, Juan. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much.